Time now to talk money, but if you don't know your equities from your asset allocations, we have some help for your financial vocabulary. Joining us now is Pam Krueger, creator and host of PBS's Money Track. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
Some people think asset allocation, it's your favorite chair. That isn't it necessarily. What is asset allocation?
There's jargon that's useful, there's jargon that isn't. Asset allocation is one of those terms you really do want to get to know. It sounds like eat your peas and carrots, but it's really, all it is you're saying, how do I want to divide up my savings between big categories like real estate, stocks, cash, and the major categories, and how much do I want in each category? And it is a very important decision that you do have to make in your lifetime.
Because it's one of those things that gets into diversification.
Exactly. The other word.
Another big word.
The other big word is diversification. And when you're drilling down and you're looking at, once you've made that decision as to how much money you want in each category, because we all want to own a little real estate, you want to own a little stock market. As you get older, you move into bonds. Diversification is within that category. Say stocks.
Yeah.
Which stocks do you want to own? You don't want to put all your money in one. You want to spread it out.
Let me ask you this. In this day and age when people have been so slammed, their 401ks and everything else, if they go walk into the office of, say, a financial advisor, should they just stop them and say, please, what are you talking about? And put it in English? Because so much of this just ends up sounding like gobbledygook.
You know, this is such an important message right now. I think we've all just lived through the worst financial recession and crisis. We're still in the midst of it.
Modern times.
In modern times. And I think that there's a better way to work with your advisor. Use your financial advisor as a teacher. So you could take cooking lessons. Okay, why not treat your financial advisor or your broker like the same relationship?
That makes
Have
sense.
that person teach you a little something.
All right, so when the guy says, or she says, equities,
stocks.
Do most people know what that means?
Probably half and half. I mean, because we read it in the paper and it's just a fancy word for stocks, and if you think about it, it makes sense. Because owning an equity, it means you're owning a little teeny tiny piece through a share of stock in a company. So equities are just stocks. Right.
Some of the other ones, I think people by and large have an idea what a mutual fund is.
Right.
But if they're talking about a mutual fund and somebody says index fund.
Index funds are newer on the scene. And believe me, I'm a big fan of index funds because they give you instant D-word, diversification, at the lowest possible cost. Because what you're doing here is you're buying into an entire index, like the Standard & Poor's 500, largest, most profitable companies. With that one fund, you can own little teeny tiny pieces of every stock in that index.
I think you're very into the little teeny tiny pieces, I can tell that. And last but not least, of all of the words that are on my list this morning, derivative is still the one that's still...
Dirty word.
It's murky.
It's like dynamite. Think of a derivative, even though we read it in the paper all the time, but don't really know what it means. Nobody understood them. They are like the financial...
Even the people who were supposed to understand.
They're like the financial dynamite that blew it. They're like side bets, basically. It's like saying, instead of investing in the market, you and I are going to place a bet. And you're going to say that on August 15th, you think the stock market's going to go up or down. And instead of investing in the market, we're investing in that bet.
Right.
That's a word. That's a best description of a derivative.
Just remember, it's all the little teeny tiny bits if we have no other takeaway this morning, right? Okay.
Small amounts of money count, so yeah.
Krueger, thank you so much. Lots of fun. For more help with your financial vocabulary, go to our website, earlyshow.cbsnews.com. Maggie?
All right, guys, and we won't say the D word over here, the dirty derivative word.
We're talking mutual funds.
All right, thank you so much. Harry, come on over because I want to tell you all about a really provocative debate that has sprung up in Oakland.